Everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for logging on and vibing with us today. This is West Wine Wednesday, episode number 1, numero uno. This has been a long time coming, like a couple of years in the making, and we're here now. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to have one of my close friends here with me today, Mr. David J, aka DJ. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody?
Man, thank you for having me on the show, brother. First of all, I just want to say on air, I'm so proud of you, brother. This has been my brother for like 8 years, man. And, we hoop together. You know what I'm saying? It's like my real brother in real life. We talk about life. So to see this coming to fruition now and to be a part of it, I feel thankful to be here, brother. Dreams to reality is a real thing.
Yes, indeed.
So that being said, congratulations to you. And as for me, my name is David J. I'm a Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, producer, composer, vocal coach, actor, all that kind of stuff. And so outside of that, I'm really passionate about growth, about alignment, about development of people, and about faith. And that's why I'm here, man, to support my brother and also talk to y'all about next levels of life.
I love it. Now, for those of you guys that are wondering, West Wine Wednesday is exactly what it sounds like. My name is Wes. I am your host. All right, you're going to be seeing a lot of me nonstop. I won't stop. I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No, not at all. I'm corny too, so y'all gonna learn that. This is a show that touches on wine as well. All right. And these episodes are released on Wednesdays. So there you go. West Wine Wednesdays. Now, today, the wine we're going to be drinking, it's a wine that's actually been out for a while, but I've actually never tried it. You good there? Yeah.
Hey. Pardon me.
So the name of the wine is actually Snoop Dogg's wine.
Okay.
It is a Cali Red, and it is called 19 Crimes. All right. I'm sure maybe he's done more crimes than 19.
I mean, hey,
in his life. Oh, maybe not. Who knows?
Successful businessman at this point in life.
Man. He came up with an outstanding wine.
We support you, Snoop Dogg.
Some good things about this wine.
We support you, Snoop Dogg.
Yes, we do. So I'm going to go ahead and hand you your glass.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, I poured this like 5 minutes ago, so
okay.
it's breathing.
It's been breathing.
It's breathing very well. Go ahead and take the first sip. I need this.
First of all, I just want to point out that the glass says West Wine Wednesday on it.
Oh, yes.
DM my brother if you need these in your life. These glasses are phenomenal. They're stemless, as you can see.
Yes, they are.
If you're a wine connoisseur of any kind, you know the difference.
Oh, yes.
So, yes, we're going to partake in the red.
Yes, and if you want one, please, like you said, DM me. For the wine, that is. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a vibe.
Okay.
That's a vibe.
This is smooth.
It's very smooth. It feels like it's a blend. It's like a Merlot Cab blend, but it has like a little sweet to it.
A little, yes.
Like
it's not too sweet.
Yeah,
but it's not tart at
all.
all.
Yeah, it's a tinge of the sweet. It's a vibe. I'm in here.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy drinking this tonight. Snoop Dogg. Thank you. Okay.
Kudos to you, brother.
Just thank you. This is great.
Yeah.
Now, David,
we here.
When you were giving your introduction, you were saying that you were big on growth.
I couldn't find that in your Spotify library.
Thanks, Siri.
Yeah,
you were talking about
Siri couldn't find me talking about growth, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. She nosy anyway. Yeah. She remind me. Never mind. But you were talking about growth.
Yes, sir.
And you were talking about you were about faith.
100%.
Today we are going to be talking about faith and alignment.
Boom.
I really want to touch on this, and I think it's a great topic to talk about in the first episode because faith is a big part of my life.
Same.
And if it's something that 2022 and 2021 and 2020, since COVID started, all the way until present day, it taught me that I have to be 10 toes down in my faith because life is ugly. Yeah. Life is hard. Challenges are in abundance. Yeah. Right. So that's something I really want to talk to. And as far as alignment is concerned, like, I feel like they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You can't be in alignment and not have faith.
Well, being a person of faith and walking in faith is what will make you in alignment with what's supposed to be for you.
Right.
And so that's where like the hand in hand goes. If you are not walking in faith, and it's going to get deep. So this is where we like
Yes,
to talk
it is.
about. So first of all,
Mind you, pause.
yeah,
Yeah, because you said it's gonna get deep.
I said it's going to get deep.
Yeah,
I meant
pause.
the conversation. Thank you.
And you agreed to it. So
I
Yeah,
did.
pause.
I was gonna let it
Pause.
ride.
Pause.
I was,
yeah, the
I was
conversation
really gonna let it
is
ride.
going to get deep. The conversation is going to get deep.
It is gonna get
because in order to walk in faith, what must happen or what must not be there is circumstances that are in your favor.
Right.
Must not be there.
Yes.
Because faith means that something is not here that you are believing in.
Right.
And so in order to walk in faith, that means something is not in front of you that's agreeable with what you want and what you believe you should have. And therefore you're walking toward that. And so this is where alignment comes, because when to have faith, which means you believe it's there, so therefore you step. If you have faith and believe and you are in alignment with God, those steps will be leading you to where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
And so that's boom, 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 bye, bye.
Yeah, and so to talk more about the faith side of the conversation. Where do you think one derives one can gain the tenacity to hold on to their faith in the midst of struggle? Because there are a lot of folks for a small sliver of time, they'll have a lot of faith.
Yeah.
And then but things might be going okay, but when things get dark,
Yeah.
they tend to go away from that faith.
Yeah.
And then they try to crawl back into that realm. So what do you think? What type of mindset do you think it takes for somebody to remain 10 toes down in their faith?
Man, that's a phenomenal question. I think it just goes back to, what do you really want? The essence of it. Because in my case, for instance, excellence is what I'm about.
Mm-hmm.
And so excellence means that there's no regular level that I'm going to agree with and accept.
Right.
That also means that my mountain that I'm climbing is always higher and more steep than other people.
Mm-hmm.
So this mindset of greatness is what allows me to have faith in that I will reach it. The thing about it is, it's easy to feel good when everything's going good.
Of course.
Faith is, I believe, not even activated, like I said previously, until things are not going good. And now you have to believe for something that you do not see.
Right.
And this is what the beauty of what God does for us is, because he allows things to happen that way, because without it, we would not need him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If everything just happened the way we thought it would happen and the way we knew it would go down, we would not need faith. Therefore, we would not need God to help us to get more aligned.
Right.
And so that's the essence of it. So I mean, to go back to, like you said, the mindset, it's just a mindset of, are you the person that will not give up?
Right.
And I think grit is the essence of it. Like, if you will not give up and not give in, then, and realize that at the end you're going to win, then that's the essence of faith.
And I love that. And I'm gonna add on.
Yes.
to that. Another perspective. For me, when it comes to faith, in order for me to stay 10 toes down, I have to remember that I've been through battles before.
That's a great point. Yes.
I have to remember that I've been through darkness before. I have to remember that there was a time where I thought I wasn't going to make it.
Yes, sir. Likewise. Yes.
Whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking, it can be from feeling like I don't want to be here anymore.
Yes.
To, I hope I don't get in trouble for what I just did. But I always made it through.
Yes, sir.
And so in those moments, those new moments, when you walk into new unfamiliar seasons and you don't know exactly what is going on around you, you just know that things are not in your favor. You feel out of alignment.
Yeah.
Just got to remember that you've actually been here before, but it just didn't look like this island. But you went through it on that island, but you found a way off that island.
100%. So that's what I was going to say. Is there's a phrase, Steve Harvey has said it before. A couple a lot of motivational speakers have probably said it before. But you have 100% survival rate at this point in your life. Right. Everything. You're here right now. You're breathing.
That was Steve Harvey. That was Steve Harvey.
Right?
Yeah,
right? Which means you have 100% survival rate.
Right.
So So that right there, like, and so I love what you said, because you have to, that's part of it, I think, is remembering that you have been delivered before.
Yes.
As someone, myself, like you said, I've seen, I say this all the time, and we curse on your show.
I would like us not to.
I won't curse. Okay.
But we can bleep it. I can bleep it out.
I'll say bump the, you know, I say it all the time, right? So bump the darkness in everybody else. I've seen the dark and the devil in me.
Right.
And life has shown me the dark and the devil in me. And I came back from a place that I literally thought life was over.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm here is because God saw fit that I would still be here, not because me.
Right.
So at this point in my life, it's like, even when it get crazy, I'm human. I'll say that to people. Allow yourself to be human, feel it, process it. But know that even when the hope is gone in you, there's something bigger than you that believes in you. Otherwise, you would not be breathing.
Facts.
The breath in your lungs right now is proof that there is more for you to do on this realm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the essence of it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Now, transitioning over to how faith can help you be in alignment, right? Yeah. So when I think about alignment, I think about something that a pastor that I listened to or I sat in on a few years ago, Pastor Tory Roberts.
Boom.
Works out of One Church.
My guy.
Works out of One Church, LA. And I think they have a segment in Dallas too, right? He was talking about alignment when I first moved to LA and I was coming here for acting. Yeah. And I felt so dismembered. Like I didn't know exactly what I was doing here. Like I knew I was here for something, but I still felt like I was just in an unfamiliar place in my life. And he was just talking about the importance of alignment and what that meant, as far as there is the version that God envisions you to be. Yeah. And there's the version that you're walking in right now consciously. And the best way to be in alignment is to get as close as possible to that version that God envisioned you to be. And that means living the right way. Right. Right. Whatever that means to you specifically, but living the right way. Yeah. And that really, really resonated with me, because a lot of times we will ask for something, we will want to become something, but we are not living as if we are that person, or we want to become that person. Well, that's right? 100%. Like you can't be a superhero and have bad morals. Well, right?
I mean, everything you're saying is just spot on, and it's from the smallest thing in life to the grandiose things in life, like you're talking about. From the smallest things, if you say you want a Mercedes, first of all, Mercedes is just a car payment, but then you're not doing what's necessary to get your credit in order to be approved for that situation, then you are just speaking hot air. Right. Because you're not doing the things that are necessary to align with what you want. So the vision I have of alignment, this is the picture that I paint for everybody when I talk about it. So imagine there's a building, and 12 is my favorite number, so I always use 12. And on the 12th floor, there is every single thing you could ever possibly want for you in your existence of life. The thing is, you have to get to the 12th floor. Right. When you get to the 12th floor, literally all you have to do is walk. Nothing else, and everything that you ever want in your existence is there. The thing that stops people is the process of getting to the 12th floor. So this is the process of alignment to get you to the place where you need to be so that all you must do ever is just walk. Right. And that's the thing. It's work.
It is.
And that's the, most people don't want to do the work. So you said something earlier about transitions. And the cool thing about transitions is you're never really lacking. When we feel lack, it's not really lack. It's proof. When you feel these feelings, it's literally proof that you are being primed for the next level. So it's space being made for you for the next level, because your current place, you have grown bigger than it. Right. So the space has been made, and that lack you feel is just the space that has been created for your more to arrive. And that's the crazy thing about it. It is. But that is, it's scary.
It is.
Because that to have a great life, you got to let go of a good life, and that place in the middle, from when you let go of that good to get to that great where it feels like there's nothing, that lack is scary, and that's what stops a lot of people.
It does. It does. And it's like, I like to think about growth like a video game, and you know how you face the final boss, right? You go to level 1, you beat the level 1 boss like that.
Wow.
Skill set, upgrades, all of that.
Wow.
Level 2 may take you like maybe 10 or 15 minutes longer to beat them.
Right.
Skill set, level up. You get to the end of the game, you might fail a couple times,
Right.
but when you're failing, you're learning,
Exactly.
and when you're learning, you're growing.
You're getting better.
And then eventually you do beat the final boss.
Right.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, I finally made it, right? We always say, if I can just get to this point, nah. Because right after you beat that final boss, you go into the next place and it's just like, oh, there's more.
There's a new mountain.
And so all of that requires faith.
Yeah.
Because you can't continue to learn and grow if you don't have faith to know that even in this season where you're failing, that you know that you're going to get to where it is you're supposed to go, because you know you belong there. There was something that was put here that make you believe that.
Well, you just don't learn from winning.
No, definitely not.
You learn from failing. Failure is proof that you don't know everything, and proof that you need to learn something new.
Yes.
And so we actually need to fail. So the opposite of winning is not failure, or the opposite of success, I should say, is not failure.
Right.
The opposite of success is quitting.
Yes.
So as long as you don't quit, you will succeed. Because you're going to fail along the way, but that just means you need to learn something new to progress. So you said it. After the first level boss, the other thing that comes into that is alignment.
Right.
Because you had to do certain things to get to the boss. And then you had to do certain things to beat the boss. So you said upgrades, power moves. You had to do those moves. You have to press certain buttons.
Right.
Align with the movement in order for it to happen.
Yes.
So faith in the loss, alignment in the movement to make the victory happen.
Yes. Oh, look at you. You spitting.
Hey man,
You need a refill?
let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. You got it? You got it? Okay. Now another segment, another piece of the alignment is it's a personal attachment that I have to it.
Yeah.
For the longest time in my life, I felt like I was just, especially in the last 5 years, I was just roaming around. And what I mean by that is just roaming around, trying different things, trying to see if something fits me. But that entire time I was doing that, I was ignoring exactly what it was that was calling to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot of times we have a hard time identifying what it is we're supposed to do. Purpose, if you will. Right? And some people never even find their purpose. But some people never find their purpose. But what I've recently learned is to really, really dig deep and listen to the whispers. That's something that you taught me. It's listen to the whispers, because a lot of times those whispers, and I'm not talking about whispers from the devil or whispers from your ex or whispers from ghosts. I'm talking about the whispers that exist in your own mind that tell you, hey, this is where you're supposed to be. There might not be an end goal attached to that, but for right now in the present, this is where you're supposed to be. Go there. And a lot of us ignore those whispers.
So what you just said is exactly it. We know. We already know. We just choose not to listen.
Yes.
So this is where I'm a big proponent of meditation, because it's not about getting everything out of your mind or controlling your thoughts or stopping your thoughts. It's understanding that your thoughts are just things that happen and allowing them to come and pass so you can get still enough to pay attention to what's really going on in your core. Because your mind and your heart are not the same thing.
No.
Right? And so the frequency that we put out actually emanates from here. So if we get our heart solid, our frequency solid, our mind will then follow.
Yes.
And so people just don't get still enough to hear the whispers. If they did, you know, because your spirit tells you
It does.
when something's off, when something's right. It's a matter of, do you get still enough to listen, and are you going to follow what it tells?
Why do you think people ignore the whispers?
Excuse me. Because of accountability. So accountability is hard.
Yeah, it is.
And it's easier to coast, like you said, in the shallow end than have to learn to tread water and swim and breathe better to be in the deep end.
Yeah.
So PT talks about all the time, deep calling the deep.
Right.
Right? The thing that God has for your life is not in the shallow water. Otherwise, you would not need him. Again, if we can just stand up and be it, why do we need God? This is the essence of faith, the essence of alignment. And so that's what happens. You knew the wandering you were doing was actually you running away from yourself.
It was.
See? So that you could try to say, it's essentially to yourself, nah, there got to be something else. I mean, I know that's there, but there got to be something. There's probably something else. Easier. Nah, there's probably something else.
Right.
Because there's another phrase. It is not our inadequacy that scares us. It is our greatness.
Right.
And they scared the shit out of me for a long time, too. What if I am this great? What if I am really supposed to touch the world?
Right.
With what God put in me? What if I felt all this darkness and pain and I'm still alive because I'm supposed to teach other people who would have gave up, show them that they don't have to? That's a lot of weight.
It is.
And that is why people run from themselves, why people wander.
Right.
You're human. You're allowed to. God gave us free will. He's going to let you do it.
Of course.
But if you get still enough, you'll realize you knew all along. You knew.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's true because I did know. I knew all along, but it's just like I told myself starting the year 2023, I am no longer going to be scared of my voice. I'm no longer going to be scared of who it is that I know that I am. I'm wondering if I'll be accepted, if what I have to be, if what I have to say is to be accepted by everybody.
Right.
Like the things that I've gone through in my life, from my upbringing to the time I was in high school, to the time I was in college, to the time that I've wandered LA, into the moment I finally started up my own podcast.
Bow.
This is alignment.
Right now.
Right now is exactly where it is I'm supposed to be. And it's because I believe in myself, but also I stop ignoring the whispers.
I mean, everything was to lead you to where you are now. So all of it, everything was needed. None of it was wasted. So it's why they say all things will be used for the good of those who believe. It was all necessary for you to be solid enough in yourself to take this step.
Right.
Even the wrong steps, even the missteps, even the steps off the path were leading you to the point where you could then realize the path is actually what I need to do. And so that's why it's all good if you believe it. And so, feeling bad about being off course, it's human to do so.
And it's absolutely fine.
It's perfectly fine. That's literally my next song that I'm putting out. It's called Human. It's literally the word. It's okay to be human. And it's just understanding that sometimes we're hard-headed and we just need to go through the process to get us back to center and say, this is what I need to be doing.
Right.
And so, like I said, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. And we here. And it's only the start. We ain't even in the first quarter. This is the warm up.
This is just the warm
We
up.
just in the layup lines doing windmill dunks.
Would you please stop? Because sometimes I miss the window dunks and warm up. I miss them sometimes.
It's all we still get buckets on niggas. That's okay. We still get buckets. If you come to the court, we'll show you what's up.
Yeah, we will.
No problem. No problems.
But back to that alignment piece.
Yes, let's do it.
Right. So, like I want to touch on the last part of this alignment piece. That I feel
Yes,
like
let's
it's really important for everybody that's listening.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, and I'm going to make this a part of the end of every single episode that I do. I want to make it about you. I want to let you know that you're doing okay. I want to let you know that no matter what battle you're fighting right now, no matter what type of hurt you're going through right now, that you're going to make it through. Like David said, who was quoting Steve Harvey, you are not batting. You have 100% survival rate.
Boom.
You've been through hard before. You have.
Yeah.
So why do you think you're not going to get through to do? Do not waver. Be bold. Do not waver. I can't stress that enough. And you're going to be fine. We're talking about faith, and faith is more than us just sitting on this couch and expressing our opinions on what we believe faith is. Faith is actually having belief that your life is going to work out just fine, right? Everything that happens is really for your good, even if what is going on is not good.
It's also taking a step.
That too.
So believing is the first part. And then faith is also an action word. Because
Exactly.
faith without worth is without works is dead, right? So the believing is the essence of it, and then taking a step with that belief is the thing. And you don't. Here's the beautiful part about it. You don't need to know all the steps.
No, you're not
just
supposed to know
You just
all
need
the
to take
steps.
the next one.
Yes. I'm not trying to understand what God is doing in my life. Because the moment I try to sit down and dissect what God is doing in my
too
life
big.
is the moment I
It's
become
too grandiose.
confused. I emotionally overwhelm myself. I start to doubt myself. All of you guys can relate to that. We cannot seek understanding in something that is not meant for us to be understood. It is outside of our comprehension. Just walk.
That's it.
Just walk.
And the next step is all you need. Just one step, one day at a time. And if we do that, you will get there. When you look back, you'll say, oh wow, we really did it.
Yeah.
The problem is people be trying to do 20 steps. Just keep taking one. First of all, this is what I say to everybody. That's all we have anyway.
Right.
If you wanted to go to next week, next month, even last week, even 5 minutes ago, it's gone.
Right.
And the next month doesn't exist. So we can't go there and come back if we wanted to. So all we literally have is now.
Yes.
So if you just take the next step that's in front of you right now and keep doing that, when you look back a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, you will be much more happy and excited that you did, because you have gotten closer or to your goal.
Yes.
It ain't about the destination anyway. It's really about the journey.
Always.
It's about who you become in the process, because there's always going to be a new mountain, but there's also always going to be a new blessing that you want.
Always.
Once you make $1 million, you want 10 million. Once you get one big house, you're like, I can get another one. So it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. So become the best possible version of yourself, and then you in the game EA Sports, as I always say.
Yes, indeedy. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed our talk tonight.
here, girl.
I really did. It was lit. It really was.
It's it's top tier vibes.
Yeah, I mean, something that you guys need to know is that West Wine Wednesday, we are going to be touching on serious topics, right? It's going to be some comedy in here too.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to be some great wine to put you guys up on.
Wow.
But there is value, and there's always going to be value in these episodes.
Yeah.
So I just need you guys to buckle up. So this last piece is called The Last Sip.
Yeah.
The Last Sip, guys, is pretty much where Dave and I are going to take our last, and he doesn't even have any wine left, but I'm going to take my last sip. And I am going to
The last sip.
go ahead and take a sip. Last sip. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that Snoop Dogg's wine is fire. 19 crimes. Can I get this? Can I get this in the frame? Can I get this in the frame real quick? Hold on. Let me pick it up. I'll pick it up. I'll put it in the frame. 19 crimes. Cali Red.
Bow.
Off the chain.
Boom.
Yeah, a little bit higher. Is that
Wow.
good? Yeah. All right, you got it. You got his eyes. You got his eyes. Okay, good. Okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Want to make sure you got everything. David.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and sharing this space with me today.
Hey man, come on.
I really appreciate that. Seriously.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be in the universe besides here right now. But
And,
like,
man.
this is what it's about. Dreams to reality is, that's my moniker. That's what I'm about in real life. And if we are not, as brothers, lifting each other up, supporting each other when we need each other, and walking with each other in our light, then what the F are we really doing?
Right.
I did that for you.
Thank you.
What the F are we really doing, right? So I'm excited. Thank you for having me. Episode 1. I'm proud of you. I'm excited. This is only the beginning.
Give him your Instagram, please.
My Instagram is @itsdavidj. ITS David DAVIDJE. Yeah, and then this shirt I have on, by the way, is actually my brand. I have a clothing line, the Dreamwalker brand. Poppy is the character I play, Papi Chola. And he says it's no
Hey,
like
Papi.
come on, no, not like that. That's what the ladies do, but that's not what Poppy does. So Poppy has a phrase he says, it's no like thee, and the back of the shirt says, but like that. Because Papi Cholo talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you check that out. So it's David J is my Instagram. The website for that you can check the gear out is at www.itsdavidj.shop.
Let him know.
Check it out.
Guys, once again, thank you guys so much for checking us out. Episode 1. In the comments down below, let me know what you thought about this first episode. If there's anything I could do better. This is my first time actually doing a real podcast. I mean, look at the effort. Look at the effort I put in. You know what I mean? I got a freaking sign here. Like, what's going on? I painted this wall myself.
It has a wine glass on the side.
Right. So, guys, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your support. I love you. You're doing great. And I'll see you guys next time.
Bow.
Peace.